Hello and welcome to another First Impressions video brought to you by MMO Play. Today we're taking a look at a free-to-play upcoming CCG, digital only, called Inifinity Wars. This is being developed by a handful of guys that are big fans of Magic, and, well, the game kind of reflects that. You can either get into the beta, which is currently going on, by registering and hoping for a random invite, or by going and participating in their Indiegogo campaign. So let's look at some of the basics of the UI. You can see we got chat channels, we got global trade. Not too much of that's going on right now. You can see 8 players online, so it's still pretty early in development and pretty small. You got trade options for in the future, collections, so you can do some deck building. Let's go ahead and just look at the deck I've created using some of the starter cards I got from jumping in the game. You can see there are different factions. You have also factionless, colorless. How the deck construction works. You pick 3 commanders. These are guys that start in play, and their colors are, well, they're kind of interesting. You see over here this symbol? That says what color or what faction it's associated with. So you can see I got 2 of the purple guys. These are, I can scroll down. I got, that's Descendants of the Dragon's green, and Cult of the Veror. These are the purple guys. So since I have 2 of them, I can put guys in my deck that have 2 of those purple symbols. You can see a lot of them have 1. So it's there's one that has 2. So if I didn't have 2 of those guys in my commanders, I couldn't do that. If I only had 1 cult card, I wouldn't be able to play Mass Death. But since I have 2, I can play Mass Death. I only have 1 of the Followers of the Dragon, so I can play him. I can do any of that. But I can't play. Can I find a big one? Can I find a big one? And not really big ones, just kind of class defining. Well, I guess I don't have any of them. Probably why I'm not playing as my primary color. Factionless, anyone can play any of them, so they're kind of the generic. They're like the artifacts in Magic. You can take out one guy here. He just will absorb damage for me. This is a really good one to get early because let's say you take extra mana, which we'll get into in a second. For deck construction, 40 card deck, not including your commanders, and limit of 3 of each card per deck. You also have certain heroes that are unique, only one can be in play for you at a time. You will notice all cards, when you're highlighting them, are animated. Well, at least the ones they're working on. Some of them aren't finished yet, but all cards are or will be animated. That's kind of a big selling point for them. You see, it is a free-to-play game, but there is options for microtransactions. You can go purchase Lightmare points, or you'll get some special bonuses if you jump into their Indiegogo. Infinity points, I have 1,200 right now. You can get up to 600 per day by playing. You get 40 for a win, 30 for a tie, 20 for a loss. Or, in the future, they're doing a PvE campaign and doing achievements, which will give you cards. I've heard rumors from the developers that approximately 1/3 of all the cards will be unlocked simply by doing the PvE stuff once they release it. For now, you get infinity points, and you can use them to buy packs. This is a little pack. It's going to have an uncommon, a handful of cards. Cost 1,050, so you can get one of those every other day. Super pack. This is like your Magic Booster pack. It's got 15 cards, at least 1 rare, 3 uncommons. And when they say at least, they mean at least. You can get more rares, you can get epics, all kinds of stuff. You also have pre-constructed decks. These are themed decks already. You can see they cost a significant amount of infinity points, or you can get some Lightmare points to kind of get started. I got 1 free boost starter to go with, so I got Till Death Do Us Part, which is how I had that purple deck going. So let's look at the game mechanics itself. We're just going to play against AI. I want to use my purple deck, and I'll play against a random AI so we can get a little more variety in the gameplay. You are given a basic factionless deck, and you unlock cards as you play, and you can get new cards that way. It takes a little bit of time, though. So, some of the things that they're going for in this game. First of all, there are 2 stats. There are 2 ways to do damage. Health. Your monsters go into the assault zone, attack them. If they do damage to the player, they lose health. Or they can go into the defense zone, and their attackers will attack your guys, you'll defend them, that kind of stuff. So you can't have guys that are both attacking and defending. Kind of like Magic, where you have to tap to attack. It makes sort of sense. You also have the support zone. When you summon creatures, they go into the support zone. They're not, quote-unquote, deployed. Certain things that affect deployed. Like you might have saw that Mass Death. It only hit deployed guys. So one trick is I can put everyone back in my support zone and next turn mass death, leave my creatures alone. Of course, a good player might go, hey, yeah, it's suspicious, and kind of prevent that from happening. Also, monsters, unless they have an ability called Haste, they must go in the support zone and they cannot be deployed till next turn. In other words, they have summoning sickness. We've all played Magic, I'm assuming, so we can understand that. Another thing is the mana, the resources. You have your mana untap, reuse, refill every turn, so you start with 1. And one of the things that developers hated, they hated getting mana shorted in Magic. So what they do, you just add 1 to your maximum resources every turn, up to get to 10. So every turn it just kind of goes up. So you can see right now I have 1. The casting cost is the big number. And, well, I can't cast anything, so end turn. The turns are, you set up your turn, and then it kind of all happens simultaneously. So we'll see that probably coming up in a couple of turns. So, turn 2. I have a guy here. He's 2 attack, 2 defense, so if you're playing Magic 2/2. And if he's in my defensive zone, so here, he'll repair my health, my fortress, for 2. So I'll just go ahead and drop him there. And you can see his 6, I can't do anything now. And that's it. For the commanders, they are in the commander zone. They are not deployed. So, again, mass death won't hit them. I have to pay mana to get them into play if I want to, or I can use their abilities, like pay 2, exhaust. Opponent loses double morale. Morale is the one I didn't talk about. When creatures die, you lose morale equal to their casting cost. In other words, if you have a control deck, and you're killing monsters rather than summoning monsters, you actually are doing damage to your opponent. So, those realist controlling black decks that you would play in Magic that just kill everything, it actually is possible. I've done 50 morale damage in a turn. I might do it this game, who knows? So, let's end the turn. He's got a Wealthy Noble. Like I said, those are kind of cool. They're accelerators. So I'll just throw this in play. He's not going to drop that Noble in front of him, so I'm going to put that there. This guy, if he takes some damage but survives, he deals morale damage. This deck basically has 2 win conditions. Either I can do a massive AoE attack to just hit all your morale in one turn, or this guy, which hopefully we'll see soon. Got some drones. Alright, we'll throw that in there. Again, there's no way he's going to go be attacking. And I'll drop another creature. This is a 5/6. And every turn he's on the battlefield, which battlefield does include support, they lose to morale. This is deployed, this is battlefield. So, we'll just kind of attack again. I'm not doing too much damage, but whatever. Alright, we got a nasty guy there, 4/2. Is he a human? No, he's artificial. You can have humanoids, artificial. The reason I'm looking, I got that. Kill target non-artificial creature. So kind of like non-artifact creature, I guess you could say. So what I'm going to do to deal with him is I'm going to throw this guy in front. How the attacks work is if he throws a guy, he's got to deal with this first one first. Then he can deal with those. So it's kind of a way to strategically order everything. Hopefully we get a complicated fight going at some point. Got another creature coming into play. He's got another he's just using his Wealthy Noble. Actually, I think he brought it back. And he's going to start assaulting me. I don't care, I'm winning. Alright, I got 6 mana now. That's kind of an important turn for me. What do I got? I got Rita, Shadow Priestess. The end of every turn when she's deployed, so in the 2 zones, I put a little dude in play, 1/1. And I can sacrifice a guy to heal damage to her. So, kind of a cool card. And what I'm going to do is throw her right there. You can see I took my 6 mana. I'm out of mana. He's at 7 because he's got a Wealthy Noble in play. And I'm going to end my turn. I'm going to keep pushing on the pressure. I'm going to try to win by damage. But you can see I've inflicted some morale damage, but I've inflicted a lot more physical damage. And he's throwing a Wealthy Noble at me. I'm tempted to actually go and deal with that. Alright, now what am I going to do? We're going to look at this guy. I can't cast him yet, he costs 9. But he's flying, and I can sacrifice a creature, and he gets +4/+4 permanently. And he can only attack on turn to sacrifice a creature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate. And even though I can't use him yet, I can start buffing him. A lot of times what I'll do is other players will see me doing this, and they'll find a way to destroy him when he comes into play. So it's kind of an all-in thing, but it doesn't really hurt me too much. So that's just not that bad. Alright, what am I going to do to this guy? I'm getting tired of him. I have 6 mana. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw her in here and him over here. You can see you can move back and forth. They can change the ordering if I want. But she'll kill that, and he'll kill that. They'll both survive, and he'll also do morale damage. At the same time, I'm thinking I'm going to... I might get rid of that thing. These are locations. They kind of alter the game a little bit. So I can put 3/3 guys into play. I might just blow that up. And I'm going to end turn. So he's got another guy coming. See, the way it is with the support zone is you can see things that are coming. It basically is Summoning Sickness, but it works a little bit differently and looks different. And there we go. You saw on the defense, it'll always be your guy on the left will just keep defending for you until they're dead. There is a trample-like ability called Unstoppable, where the one guy will just keep attacking through constantly, so he could possibly kill everyone. I'm going to move this guy over here. I don't want her to die. And I'm going to activate him. Again, I'm buffing him up for the turn he comes into play. And this guy is not artificial, so... Death Ray. Kill target non-artificial creature on the battlefield. Now, he's not in the battlefield, but I'm willing to bet he will be. The opponent could kind of mess with my head by not doing it, so he's giving me a warning. But chances are he will be. All the creatures are summoned and moved around first, and then the abilities go off in order. So order actually does matter in this game, something to keep in mind. I don't think I'm going to need any help, but I'm going to drop her too. And again, like I said, all these cards, they are animated. I mean, if you need a little of that action... Alright, so summon this, and he's going to come into play, and he's going to get promptly killed. Death Ray. And then she comes into play, lets me draw 2 cards. This is going to be the last turn before I can get him into play, although they're almost dead already, so it's not going to even really matter too much. Oh, no, he's in play now. Alright, because I have 9 mana this turn. Boom. In fact, tempted to just put everyone else in defense just in case I'm missing something, but eh. End turn, and that all resolves. He eats the guy, now he's a 20/20, and dead. So that's basically it. I earned 40 IP, so I can earn 600 per day. You can see I had 41 health left, 50 morale left, he had 29 morale. This is just one of the games. You can see there's a couple of multiplayer games going. Maybe at some point in the future we'll look at that. But if you want to check it out, it's available on the website. And they're trying to get greenlit through Steam. They're doing an Indiegogo campaign. So I'm a huge fan of Magic, and I like the mechanics of the game. Some of the things in there just seem really smart. So we'll see how it plays out. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.